to You Are Art, Vanessa Solexo. I am recording a video today about my Moldavite update. So it's been 1.5 years since I've been wearing this, and come to think of it, it's literally the same time I decided that I wanted to reclaim my virginity and be celibate, become a born again virgin. It was the same month, May of last year, so I think May of next year will make it 2 years from wearing the stone and for being celibate. And I think I might take off my stone then, just so I can take a step back and realize all that Moldavite has done for me in my life. It has been seriously constant, nonstop change and transformation, which I'm really grateful for. And it's like I don't want it to stop. Please don't stop all the change and all the growth and evolution and spiritual ascension. I will say that this stone, because it was formed through a meteorite crash and it's from out of space, you are dealing with higher frequencies. So you do want to make sure when you are working with this stone that you stay very grounded and very in tune with what's happening in your personal journey. What's coming up for you? How are you meditating? How are you showing up in space? How are signs appearing to you? Because more signs will show up when you work with this stone, because it is such a spiritually advanced stone that synchronicities and the universe will just kind of just work in your favor more quickly, more rapidly with what it is that you need for your personal growth. That's what I've noticed. I don't even know where to start with all the change. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm in a current very transformational graduate program called Resilient Leadership, where the focus is on sustainability and social justice. Now, I've been aspiring to be a speaker for 6 years now. It's a really hard platform to build, hence why I do these YouTube videos. But really, my main reason why I decided to speak are two. One is when a friend of mine suggested that I become a speaker because of my passions, what I like to read, how I speak. A light bulb went off, and I kind of knew with that light bulb going off that was my calling in life. But it was not until after I lost my son Camden 3 years ago that I went to go see a medium, and she started choking. She's like, your son really wants you to use your voice and speak to people. And so I'm not going to stop with that goal, and things are moving, I'm not going to say quickly, but transformationally in that area. I've been doing a lot of talks lately. I'm not going to say a lot. I've been doing several talks, facilitating several councils and circles where the primary topic is white privilege, racism, equality, equity, acceptance, transcending these traumas that we as a collective need to heal from. That's something I would have never thought I would be speaking about, but it is so needed. And the tools that I'm learning in this program are just assisting my path. It's unbelievable. Today I'm actually speaking to a group of kids, high school students, to share my story and inspire them, hopefully, and to meditate with them. I've been really passionate about meditating and teaching others how to meditate, which reminds me, just last weekend, I went for one of my classes, I was in a Zen Buddhist class at my school's program, and I went to a weekend-long session. That's literally where you sit down and meditate for like 14 hours, no bullshit. That alone transforms you. There's no way you can sit on a weekend session and meditate for 14 hours and think you're not going to be transformed. Okay, and so I do think Moldavite assists in bringing these experiences to you so you can transform at a higher level and at a more rapid rate. When I was in the jungle in Peru, taking the ayahuasca dieta, which I have a whole video on, I saw a lot of things that I needed to work on to transform myself even further. And I'm grateful that I had this stone with me, because it's really an ally. It's really an assistant in your path as you make these changes. And it's not for the weak-hearted, okay? Like, you want to be mentally prepared before you start working with something this powerful. You want to know that a lot of change will come for you in your life, and that you're going to be ready for it when it does show up. You want to be open. You definitely want to be open. I'm still working on being more open to areas that I need to evolve in my life. Um, the other thing this stone is doing is it's bringing really amazing people to me. I have someone editing my book for free, which is unheard of, and that was brought to a person. And that same person who brought this person to me also brought me a connect to speak at Ignite. So in less than a month from now, or actually exactly 1 month from now, December 19th, I'll be speaking at Ignite, and the talk will focus on a Jewish value. The Jewish value I'll be speaking on is kindness, because again, when I was in the jungle, that was one of the things the medicine showed me that I needed to transform about myself, is the fact that I was not showing up as kind as I could to others. And that's something I'm working really hard on doing every day. And it might sound simple, which it should be, because kindness is free, but we live in a world where most people are not kind, and sometimes we don't even know how to be kind. And on a deeper level, a lot of that starts with ourselves. So what I'm learning is that my lack of kindness to others, when that does show up, if it shows up, is usually directly proportionate to the lack of kindness I have to myself. For how you show up to others is how you show up to yourself. So if you're constantly judging others, that means you're constantly judging yourself even more. And we're just mirrors for each other. So it's like, what does that say about you? And with working with this stone, I'm asking myself, well, what can I do to change those things? Another thing I'm working on right now in my personal life is being more honest. Even with these videos, even with these talks, even with me aspiring to be a speaker, I right now am really focusing, as we're ending this year and approaching the new year. It was suggested to me by an amazing friend that I try spending the whole entire year being honest. It worked really well for them. They were able to cut out a lot of bullshit, a lot of shitty people even, simply by being honest. And to me, that's a really great practice to respect yourself, to place yourself on a high level of self-esteem, to the point where you are treating yourself with the behavior that you know you're worth, through simple honesty. Even with this video, I recorded it. This is my third time recording it, because honestly, I didn't feel like I was being as honest. I feel like I was not showing up 100% as honestly as I could, as myself, in my full authenticity. And so I'm really excited to see where this new journey takes me with being honest, and with my personal evolution and my personal transformation. I definitely have some news to share, but I'll probably wait for the new year to share that. But I'll hint that it is levels, like the ascension that has been happening to me spiritually, emotionally, physiologically, mentally even, has been happening in many levels. And I'm not going to share it all. You can find out for yourself what it's like to work with this powerful stone, and the levels it will take you to on those levels that I just mentioned: physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You can see for yourself, but I will share some pretty big news in the new year. And I'm grateful that I have this stone with me as I embark on a new path. The other thing that's really surprising for me, and this has been happening nonstop with this stone, is I'll think things in my life are going one way, and then the universe is like, nope, go this way. This is the way I want you to go. Hello, I'm right here sending you signs. And so for me, that's been happening a lot, and I'll share one of those is that I've recently been called to share my spiritual gifts. I have been in denial of all that I come with. I've been in denial with fully accepting myself as a whole. And I've been in denial that I have the gift of divination. Okay, it's even hard for me to say it, but there have been parts of me that have been like, I don't want to look at that. That's not my calling. Yeah, like I have these spiritual things that are showing up and happening for me, but I don't necessarily want to be a quote unquote psychic or medium. But a year and a half ago, I was in a mediumship class, and the info was coming quick. And people that really wanted to be medium were kind of mad. Like, well, why is this girl who doesn't even want to be a medium getting the information? And again, that was my reaction to that, was kind of just like, oh, like whatever, I don't even care about that. Like, it's not a big deal to me. That's not my path. But universe has been like knocking on my door, like, ma'am, we gave you this gift, okay? There's something that comes with your gifts. There's a responsibility. And it's not fair for me to hoard my gifts and to be like, well, I don't want to do these services for people and be labeled as a psychic or medium or a divinator, because I just don't want that. No, that's not fair to me. It's not fair to others, and it's not fair to spirit, because I didn't create that gift upon myself. And so, where I'm at now is literally in the process of creating my own divination services. I'll be doing it online, I'll be doing it in person. We can do it remote. You can contact me. I can work with prices, especially since I'm just now branching out into a part of my calling. I'm not going to say it's my full calling, but it's definitely an aspect. And I am stepping into the responsibility that comes with being a healer. Okay, I've known I was a healer. I didn't know that it came with this and that this is what I would be doing. But with, again, working with this stone, it will take you down paths that are not straight. You know, it's going to look different. It's going to look like something you never expected. And I will leave my contact info down below. So if you are interested in a divination reading from me, let me know. I will put my whole heart, my whole integrity into it, and honesty. What else? I will say that the last thing I'll touch on is this year for my tarot card, it was the Hermit, the year of the Hermit. And while I have honored that and I've lived a very hermited life in my hermitage, there's still been change. There's still been drastic transformational change. I'm literally a whole different person than I was a year ago on every single level. And do I think ayahuasca has something to do with that? Absolutely. I've never experienced deep healing like that in my life. You know, that's highly transformational. Do I think the school I'm in has to do with that? Absolutely. It's a Buddhist-based, academically accredited university. Absolutely. But do I think this Moldavite stone has been supporting me and bringing some of these changes into my life? Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I do have these up on my website. It's actually a lot bigger, so beware. Not to say the bigger the stone, the more powerful, but you are working with more energy. So yes, beware. I'm selling them for $300 each, gold plated like this in the same exact style. I'll leave a photo. But yeah, I'll leave the link for that as well. It's on my website, www.vanessasoulexo.com. You can order your Moldavite there. They've been cleansed with in mud and dirt, because when it landed from out of space, it landed in Czech Republic in the dirt. So it does really well to be cleansed that way. So when you do start wearing it and it builds up and you start feeling like it's stagnant a little bit and the energy needs to clear out because it's absorbing so much, you want to clean it in murky, muddy waters. The pieces I have for sale have also been prayed over and saged with. So they're very cleansed and powerful pieces. They're authentic. I know there are people selling fakes out there. I would never do that to anyone. I really believe in integrity and, again, that topic that I discussed, honesty. So with all that I said, I hope you can gain something from it. Whether you work with Moldavite or not, now or later, just know that this is what it comes with, okay? You'll definitely want to, again, be very grounded in a spiritual practice for yourself, because you will be advancing spiritually at a pretty rapid level. Let me know if you have any questions. Please like and subscribe below. Hit the notifications button if you do subscribe. I'm trying to make it to at least 1,000 subscribers. That would be great. And let me know if you have any feedback, comments, questions. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it, and namaste.